You trained for the career. Now build the business. This is the Muse Spring Minute, where aspiring tax professionals learn to launch and scale their own practice. Here's your host, Jason Carr.
In recent episodes, we've covered the opportunity, the self-assessment, the legal setup, the first-year timeline, software, client acquisition, pricing, AI, and the mistakes to avoid as a new preparer. Now I want to zoom out and show you the bigger picture, because tax preparation isn't just a side gig. It's a career path with a real growth trajectory. I see three distinct phases for tax preparers who build independent practices. Phase one is the side hustle. This is your first 1 to 2 tax seasons. You might be doing this alongside a full-time job. You're serving 20 to 50 clients, mostly individuals with W-2 income and standard returns. Your revenue is $5,000 to $15,000 per tax season. You're learning the craft, building your confidence, and developing a small but loyal client base. In this phase, your biggest asset is your time. You're investing it in training, marketing, and client relationships. The return on that investment shows up in phase two. In phase two, you move into the full-time solo practice. This usually begins in year 2 or 3. You made the decision to go full-time, or your tax practice revenue has grown enough that it's competing seriously with your day job income. You're serving 100 to 200 clients or more. Your average fee is increased because you're handling more complex returns, small business owners, rental properties, investment income. Revenue is $60,000 to $100,000 or more from tax season alone. You've also started offering year-round services. Maybe you're doing monthly bookkeeping for a handful of small businesses. Maybe you're sending quarterly estimated tax reminders and charging a small fee for the calculation. These year-round services generate recurring revenue that smooths out the seasonal income curve. In this phase, you start thinking about efficiency. What can you systematize? What can you automate? Where are you spending time on tasks that someone else can handle? You might hire a part-time administrative assistant during tax season. You might invest in better software or a client portal that reduces back and forth emails. You might adopt AI and incorporate it further into your existing practice. Phase 3 is the growing firm. This is year 3 and beyond for preparers who want to scale. You're hiring seasonal preparers to work under your supervision. You're adding services like tax planning, entity formation referrals, and advisory work. Your client base is 300 plus, and your revenue is $150,000 and up. At this level, you're no longer just a preparer. You're a practice owner. You're making strategic decisions about hiring, pricing, marketing, and which services to add or drop. You might specialize in a niche, small business owners, real estate investors, medical professionals, or a specific geographic market. This is also the phase where advanced training pays off the most. Tax planning strategies, small business returns, state-specific expertise, and advisory skills turn a $300 return into a $3,000 and up planning engagement. The preparers who make this leap are the ones who continue their education beyond the foundational training. Each phase feeds the next. The side hustle builds the skills and clients for the solo practice. The solo practice builds the revenue and reputation for the growing firm. And the growing firm becomes a real asset, something you own, something that generates income whether you're working 50 hours a week or 20, and something you could eventually sell. In episode 1, I said tax preparation is the best business nobody's talking about. Now you've seen why. Low startup costs, high demand, no degree required, a clear growth path, and a profession that's actively looking for new people. This is exactly the path the Muse Spring Tax Business Blueprint is built around. Learn the foundational skills. Launch your practice with proper structure and support. Scale with advanced training, community coaching, and ongoing resources. Learn, launch, scale. That's the model, and it maps directly to the 3 phases I just described. So if you're serious about making this happen, go check out musespring.com and see if it's the right fit for you. And whether you join the program or not, keep listening. New episodes drop every week, and every one of them is designed to help you build a tax practice you can be proud of. I'm Jason Carr. Thanks for listening to the Muse Spring Minute.
Thanks for listening to the Muse Spring Minute. Subscribe and leave a review so other future tax pros can find the show. The Muse Spring Minute is produced by Muse Spring LLC for educational and informational purposes only and does not constitute legal or tax advice. For guidance specific to your situation, consult a qualified professional. Muse Spring LLC is not a law firm.